Hey guys, today we're going to show you how to slice a brisket. So this brisket just came out the smoker. It's done rested a few hours, so it's just ready to go. Oh man, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you know you got a good one. And all that juice is up in that paper. So there's two parts to a brisket. You have the flat and you have the point. This is the lean, this is the fatty. What we're gonna do, we're gonna slice against the grain up to here till we get about to this hump where the point starts at, and then we'll turn it and we'll cut that way. I also show you how to indicate when you get to the point, because some briskets don't have a point to it. I mean, some briskets don't have a hump to it. So when you're cutting, you want to, like if you're shooting pool, or if you never shot pool, you just want to make sure you have your hands steady. You don't have to put a bunch of pressure on this one. You're not going to, you don't want to squeeze the life out of it. You want to make sure that your wrist is straight, because if it's not, if it goes that way or that way, when you cut the brisket, it'll get wide on the bottom, which you don't want. It's not the end of the world, it just won't look uniform. And if you don't spend all this time into it like we have, you want to get it right. So you just take it like this. I cut these about a number 2 pencil width, and for the point, we go about double the size. And I start straightening it up from there. You let the knife do all the work. And I tell people, if you got a bunch of people over, when you start cutting it, go ahead and just start serving it, putting it on plates and stuff. If you don't have a bunch of people over, only cut what you're gonna eat, because now it will start oxidizing and drying out. So that's the flat. On some briskets, the flats are longer, some of them are shorter. But when you see right here, you'll start seeing that fat separate between the two muscles. That's when you know it's time to turn it. You might get one more slice out, but usually that's when I start turning it. Then when I turn it, I put it right here against the brisket so it can all stay uniform. It looks pretty cool too. So I cut these about double the size of that right there. So now if you start cutting this and it starts coming apart a little bit, because sometimes the point cuts a little bit faster than the flat, just go a little bit wider in your slices. But that's normal, so don't freak out. Adjust your hand back here. Then we get to this point right here. You just turn it to the side right there, and then you just take it like that. And you just go boop, boop. And you just give these out to people that's standing around. And sometimes you have a little extra fat on there. Some people like it, some people don't. Go right there. And then what I'm gonna do now, normally if I have people at the restaurant, I go ahead and start serving it to order. But since we're gonna wait a little bit before we start eating it, because we got some other stuff to cut up, I'm just gonna take them like this and put them in my half pan. You can put them in a platter or a dish or something like that. You just wanna cover it up, because you don't want to start oxidizing either. Oh man. So set this to the side. Set it in there like that. Set it in there like that. You can take your hand, you can use your scraper right there. Set it in there like that. Now, another trick I like to do, if you have a lot of people, you got a bunch of other meats, you can also take this scraper right here, little dough scraper, and cut them in half and set them in there like that too, more shareable sizes. And that's it. Then for some that came over there because it's a little extra tender, just put that right inside. That's good for tacos, good for sandwiches. And that's it. There it is. How to slice a brisket. Have a great day.